Good morning, everybody. It's Bill Cloud once again, and this is On This Day. Today is the 5th day of the month, Adar. There's an old song that says, fame and fortune is just a passing thing. The song's writer conveys the message that riches and being well recognized are not nearly as important as family, relationships, and love, because these are things that are eternal. Most people, whether they're believers or not, would likely agree with that sentiment. So then, why is it that people, even believers, still seek fame and fortune? It's pretty obvious that our physiological makeup, our emotional design, and the way our mental faculties work aren't conducive to carrying the weight of fame. One only has to observe what actually happens to those who are rich and famous to come to that conclusion. But here's what Yeshua had to say on the subject. Children, how hard it is for those who trust in riches to enter the kingdom of God. It is easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than for a rich man to enter the kingdom of God. Now, while he didn't say that it was impossible for a rich man to enter the kingdom, he did make it very clear that it's going to be very difficult. And why is that? Well, perhaps it's because riches afford us the things that our flesh and our carnal desires long for. Likewise, fame does the same thing. It seduces those who have it into thinking that laws and rules that apply to everyone else don't really apply to them. Again, it underscores the notion that our design is not conducive to righteously bearing fame and fortune. To the contrary, we're designed in such a way that we benefit when we abase ourselves and elevate the Creator, because we were created to worship Him and Him alone. Now, no doubt, that's why one of the richest, most famous, and wisest of all men in the ancient world said this: "Happy is the man who finds wisdom and the man who gains understanding, for her proceeds are better than the profits of silver, and her gain than fine gold. She is more precious than rubies, and all the things you may desire cannot compare with her." That man, Solomon, also said this: "The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the Holy One is understanding. For by me your days will be multiplied, and years of life will be added to you." Think of all the rich and famous people who've come to an untimely demise, and many times in a very unflattering, infamous way. Again, we are not designed for the fame and fortune that allows our fleshly desires to be satisfied. We're designed for one thing, and that is to serve our Creator. Now, if that means He elevates us to prominence and prosperity, so be it. But if that means that no one ever knows our name, and if it means that we live paycheck to paycheck, but we're doing His will, so be it. Fame and fortune are just passing things. To have a relationship with the Creator and to be content with the blessings He's given us, our spouse, our children, other relationships, those things are eternal. So then let us strive to attain those things that He deems as noble, praiseworthy, and life-giving. And with that, we come to the end of today's devotion. I want to thank you for joining me. We'll see you again tomorrow. Shalom.
Like what you're hearing? Become a Bill Cloud Premium Partner to watch or listen to hundreds of hours of teachings and resources on demand. Go to BillCloud.com/subscribe to start watching today.